Hello, welcome. It's so good to be back with you, Redlands Christian School family and our local community. I'm here today with three local business leaders, and we're going to just chat a little bit with them about what their experience has been going through COVID-19 and talk about, as we emerge from it, the importance of local businesses for rebuilding within our area. Today I have Alex Davari. He's the owner of Elite Carpet and Tile in Loma Linda with us. We have Elaine from Ukaipa with the Be Well Juice Bar. And then we have Sandy Stein from Redlands Gymnastics Club here in Redlands. So thank you guys so much for being willing to spend a little time with me today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I just want to take people back. It's the middle of March. The governor's just put in place these stay-at-home orders. And I know all three of you have businesses that were immediately impacted by it. So just tell me sort of what you did and how you handled it and what went on. And I'll just start with you, Elaine, on this question.
So for us, about a week leading up to the stay-at-home order, our business dropped about 50%. And then once the stay-at-home order was issued, we came to a screeching halt. I had my son Brian here working the whole week by himself, and we had just a handful of customers all week. So dropping probably 90 to 95%, we decided to close. We were closed for 4 weeks, and then we just recently reopened. With no employees. So I'm here on all my days off from my regular job working. So and we're only open 3 days right now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 3. So it's just an 8-hour shift for myself and Brian, our son. So it's picking up a little bit though. So we're hoping to keep things going.
And Sandy, how about your Redlands Gymnastics?
So I would say that Saturday before the school closed, we were about 40% in enrollment for Saturday's classes. And then we still stayed open Monday, which was the day the last day of school. We had about 20% that came that day. And then we closed on that Tuesday, and we had to put all of the accounts on hold. So we have about 1,000 active kids, and we just had to put everyone on hold and decide what we were going to do from there. So we took a couple days to kind of sift through some ideas, and we decided to do some virtual classes. We made it optional. So we have about 30 kids a week, I would say, doing virtual classes right now. And we just started virtual private lessons this last week. So my coaches get on with some of the kids and FaceTime for an hour. The coaches connect with the kids and see what kind of equipment or just carpet area they have, just to keep a little bit of income coming in until we could reopen again.
And Alex, how about the impact on Elite Carpet and Tile?
Well, we analyzed everything, and our business is down about a little over 75% right now, compared to what we're used to. And this is our busy season, usually right after tax time, or right before. People are spending money, and keeps us pretty busy for slow season, kind of, keeps us going. Unfortunately, being down this much is being open, a few hours a day was helping as well. But again, the small amount of business that was coming in wasn't helping as well. But still something, thank God.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of the things that's been most interesting to me to watch is how creative, I know for us as a school, it certainly forced us to do things differently than we normally do. And I'm sure your businesses have experienced some of that as well. So Alex, maybe start with you, but share with me something where your business has done something creative or different and you're particularly proud of it.
To begin with, being proud, really just being around all the years and taking care of customers, and if there's an issue, always backing it up. But right now, just being positive, being there, and again, having a great community around me and my family, including RCS. That was a blessing because they refer customers or people from there. They were coming to me. So in fact, Tim and Sandy Stein referred one of the they're friends to me. So that really helped to be around and being able to do business.
That's great.
So I'm proud of our community and our people and the blessing.
Sandy, you mentioned doing some virtual instruction. Maybe expound more on that, or just share about any other ideas that you guys have done to be creative during this time.
So yeah, the virtual classes, one of my coaches or a few of the coaches recorded classes for a different age. Specifics, you sign up for that age. But we also have been doing brain breaks on Instagram because, us at Redlands Christian, like we rolled out school right away, where most of our customers who are in public school, it kind of was a couple of weeks till everyone figured it out. So once all the schools were kind of in distance learning, then we rolled out brain breaks. So it's on Instagram and Facebook, where like a coach just jumps in and does 10 to 30 seconds of just like push-ups or jumping jacks or something, just to do some brain breaks for the kids throughout the day, because just sitting is a lot different than what they're used to. So that's one thing that we've had to be creative with for sure, is just trying to get the kids still active and moving, because they go from recess to sitting now, and that's something that we know for moms and parents and dads like that. It's sometimes we need creative ideas because we're just tapped out on other areas.
That's great. And Elaine, how about at BeWell? Any creative ideas that you folks have put into place during this time?
While we were closed, we did do like a to-go smoothies that you could blend at home. We did like a pre-order, prepay, so people just stopped in and picked them up, just to kind of sell off some of our inventory. But I think really the most creative thing is just the community like coming to support us. And we had one gal that was selling signs to raise funds, and she donated $500 to us. And we've had a lot of support from the community. So I think that's really the thing I'm proudest of is our community.
Sandy, I'll start this question with you, but I think one of the biggest challenges in this whole situation, I know each of your businesses employs a number of individuals, and I think as a business owner, there's a great sense of responsibility for keeping people, able to live and so on. Talk to me a little bit about that sense of responsibility you had for all of your instructors, and whether you've been able to keep them employed, and what you're doing to try to help them as you come back out of this as well.
So for the first couple weeks, I tried to keep whoever felt comfortable to work, to do some cleaning and things like that. But then when a new order came in, I don't remember exactly which one it was, but it was like, okay, now we shouldn't be, I think it was when the non-essential workers, we shouldn't be working at all. So I was just paying a few of the girls to do the virtual classes alone at the gym. They would just go in alone and do it. But the heaviness of their bills and stuff wasn't as heavy as I think some businesses, because they're mostly high school and college age coaches. So, but the heaviness also included a lot of times work was a safe haven for a lot of my girls. So it's an emotional also heaviness that I carried, because they were a community. So all of the staff there, they're like best friends. They hang out before work. They hang out after work. They stay after and tumble. They just love each other. And so they're missing that emotional connection, the community, the family connection is also a heaviness that I didn't realize. At first I felt like it was a financial thing, but then it kind of moved on to where the girls were like, I just miss being at work, and I just miss the kids, and I miss the families. And so, and then also a physical part of it. So a lot of the kids and the coaches, that's part of their physical activity that they're missing too. So there's different levels of things that are missing in my employees, not just financial.
I think it's interesting that you say that, because I think the thing I miss most at school these days is not having our students here. I miss those interactions. So.
Right.
Alex, how about in your world in terms of impact? I mean, this had to have impacted your employee levels and workloads for them.
Quite a bit. We had a few jobs that was already on the schedule, and we were in the middle of it. So we had to finish those. Fortunately, we had few homes that were empty and nobody was there. So we were able to work. But in really, I made sure that at least the first 2 weeks, I pay everyone and make sure that they have some money. Of course, with the government loan and with everything that the stimulus check that everybody got, again, I don't think, some of it worked, but the SBA loans never came through. It was, finally I found out I ended up getting last Thursday, actually, they would deposit $1,000 in my bank account. And I called and I checked. I'm like, I just wanted to make sure if it's not an error because it's supposed to be $10,000 grant. And they said it's up to 10,000, which I've never heard that one before. It impacted us a lot. Not being able to do what we do in general at this time is affecting us, a few months down the line. I'm sure that's what the problem is going to be. That's what my worry is, not just right now, about 4 months from now or 6 months from now.
Elaine, you mentioned earlier that it was just you and Brian there working at the shop. So I'm sure there's been some layoffs and other impacts on employees. Is that the case?
Yes. Yeah, I had to lay 4 employees off. They're all too young, college age. So I think the stimulus check helped them quite a bit. And then, if they're receiving unemployment, they're probably better off financially than they were when they were working, part-time minimum wage. But, same thing. The PPP loan hasn't come through for us either. But we are, we've got the ball rolling now. We're kind of, we've been open, so we're getting ourselves into, a better spot to where we can bring them back hopefully pretty soon.
Good. So I think we all hope that this is over soon. And obviously even starting last Friday, we're starting to see some opening up of, the rules and standards for our region and for the state. I think one of the things I'm most convinced about coming out of this is the need to be supportive of our local businesses. I just want to give each of you a chance as we finish today, just to share a little bit about why the RCS parents should be looking to support local businesses during this time. And Sandy, maybe I'll just start with you on that. So why in the world should our RCS families be looking to support local businesses as we emerge from this crisis?
Well, I think a lot of it is community. So for Redlands Gymnastics Club, which was previously Tumble Tots, it's a 31-year-old Redlands business. So next month, I've owned it for 20 years, but that means the kids that were in Tumble Tots when they were little are now having kids. Right, and so I love that now those kids are coming, but word of mouth is huge for us. So as a community, if you could tell your friends and family, birthday parties, just getting the kids back out exercising, breaks for moms and dads. But for us, I think Alex was right. Right now we're okay. But in the next few months, it's going to start affecting us because we're not going to be running at 100% right away. And so just word of mouth is huge for us in promoting any small business, and especially as everything starts to open back up. Any community business and any family business, especially through the school, maybe even knowing those businesses so we can all help support them.
That's great. Good. Alex, anything you would add there?
Small business and local business has always been the heart of the society. I think, what happens, a lot of people think, I'm going to go to a larger company. Not that I'm saying don't purchase from them. They go to them because they think they're always getting the best price or best value. But really, when, the amount of advertising they do or millions of dollars that they spend on TV, somebody's paying for it, and usually is the consumer. Thank God, knowing the businesses, from Elaine and Sandy, they're great people. Been knowing them, they're local in my town, Yucaipa, and Sandy, my daughter, went to her gymnastic for years, and friends. So I'm hoping that our community will support us in, hopefully we can, stick around and serve, the community longer.
Good. Elaine, you get the last word on that.
I think there's just so much to it. When we shop local, we, we are investing in our own communities, because, you know, if my business stays open, I stay going to RCS, and then, you know, our school stays functioning. I mean, it's just, you know, it just keeps going. When you shop local, you know, they say like 75% of the money stays in your community. You know, when I'm making money in the community, I'm spending it in the community. And I think it's, you know, it just keeps everybody going. So, you know, like you said, like, you know, the advertisement for the, you know, we're not spending, you know, millions of dollars on, you know, TV advertisements that the big stores are, you know, spending money on. So we're keeping our community. I think that's important.
Good. Hey, thank you so much, guys, for being with me today and doing this. I love the fact that you're all part of this RCS community. And as we emerge from this crisis, I just encourage our families to support local businesses and be part of rebuilding here in the Inland Empire. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day.